Hey Cancer, and welcome to your spiritual messages for the middle of September, and of course, any other time that you're guided to watch, as the intention of my messages is always to be timeless. And if for some reason, if this reading does not resonate, please don't forget to check your other placements, because according to the astrology in the sky, you could be resonating with another placement than just your sun sign. So be sure to check your moon or rising Venus or Mars if that's the case. And also, I'd like to quickly mention that if you ever feel guided to get a reading from me, all my information is in the description box below. I offer $25 30-minute readings, whether that's a love reading or personal reading, or you can get both for a combined price of $50, and that'll be an hour long. So you definitely get your money's worth. All right, but other than that, let's go ahead and get started into your reading. I'm going to start by pulling what's at your center, what's crossing you, what's crowning you, what's rooting you, your recent past, and what you need to know. But this time I'm going to do something a little bit different. For what's at your center, I'm going to be using this oracle card to see what that is. And this is the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle. So let's go ahead and see what pops up here. Whoa. All right, your card is Universal Love, number 44. The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole of existence itself. Beautiful. And at the bottom of the deck we have Heart Chakra, number 4. Wow, so there you have it, 444. So it could be a synchronicity that you've been seeing, or a number that you feel very drawn to. Maybe your birthday is on the 4th, if that exists for Cancer. Yeah, July 4th perhaps. Let's see, this says the frequency of the Heart Chakra, the green flower of life, supports our capacity to love deeply and unconditionally. Its healing properties harmonize the mind and the body. So I feel like your heart chakra has been activating, Cancer, if it's been closed. And if it's been open, then that just means that you always have this very strong, compassionate energy about you. You're very loving, you're very caring. I mean, that's a Cancer trait, right? And I feel like with this universal love, you're very aware of that, of the surroundings as well. And I feel like Cancers are very sensitive. So when your heart is not balanced, it shows. Like you can see when a how do I say this? A soul that is in pain of a Cancer specifically, you can see it, you can feel it. And I feel like right now you're for a lot of those that resonates, where you feel like you had a closed heart chakra, it's starting to open. And for those who, like I said, it's always been open, you're just getting more in touch with it. You're finding more balance with it. This could also be like an overactive heart chakra, where you care way too much about other people's feelings instead of your own. So here we are finding a nice balance with that. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what these messages are for you. So 44 is universal love. Okay, almost found it. Oh, this is the last card too, number 44. All right, so it says, love is probably the most sought after, mysterious, indeterminate, and fulfilling feeling that a human can experience. Its mystery surely derives from the fact that we cannot really describe or define what it is. Is it energy? Is it an emotion? Perhaps it is simply the glue that binds everything together. Whatever it is, we know, without a doubt, when we feel loved and when we love. As vibrational beings, we hold a frequency that aligns with the frequency of our thoughts and our emotions. And from that vibrational point of attention, we attract everything else into our reality. Love is one of the highest frequencies. When we are in a state of love, we easily attract circumstances and people into our reality that are aligned with that frequency. Human beings are capable of feeling deep compassion and love, not just for one another, but for all life in general. How do you describe what a parent feels toward the child, or how friends feel toward each other, or the love between siblings, among family members, for pets, or even the way we feel about our planet and its inhabitants? Love is a powerful force that drives our actions, motivates our behaviors, and can change the course of our lives. And perhaps the very reason that we are capable of such deep feelings is that nothing fuels our desire for change and evolution more than the love that we are able to feel. When we remember that everyone and everything is connected to the same source, we can overcome any perceived differences and join our power toward a more conscious reality, one based on love. The deep blue background represents the universe, the space in which all exists. Flowers have been traditionally used to express love, affection, admiration, and intention. The flower of life represents the grid on which our three-dimensional world is based. Red represents the physical plane and the passion we feel when we love. The flower in the middle refers to 1,000-petaled lotus, a symbol for the crown chakra and our connection to source and universal knowledge. The color green indicates an open heart that is capable of love and compassion. Try this. Close your eyes and breathe. Can you feel your connection to source? Walk outside and try to feel that connection to the plants and trees around you. Everything on this planet is made of the same universal loving energy. Can you feel that universal love when you pet an animal, hug a tree, or play with a child? Try it today. Beautiful. So yeah, Cancer, I feel like you've been very loving during this time. I feel like you're closing out the noise on things that don't matter and opening your mind and heart to the things that do. And that's love, right? How you treat others, no matter how they're treating you, just always having an open heart and compassion to them, knowing that even when they are acting rude, you know that it's coming out of a place of unhealed pain, right? So I feel like you're very open to that right now. You're very understanding and compassion to the world around you. All right, so let's go ahead and see what comes up here. So I'm going to be using tarot to finish the spread here. Whoa. And then using this deck for clarification on each card. So what is crossing Cancer? The Five of Wands. Crowning you is a Seven of Wands. Strong fire sign energies so far. Wow, Two of Wands for your reading. So someone watching definitely has strong fire sign energy in their chart. Okay. Recent past is strength. What you need to know is the Page of Cups. At the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Swords. All right, Cancer. So with this Ten of Swords, I feel like you're coming out of a healing period. There has been something in your past that hurt you, betrayed you, and you've been in this dark energy for some time, but you're getting out of it. It's finishing. This cycle is closing up with that 10. Tens always speak of completion. So this is soon going to be your past, and I feel like it still lingers in your energy though, this betrayal, this ending, whatever it was. But I feel like with this universal love and this heart chakra, you're not allowing it to affect how you love anymore. You're not allowing this pain and betrayal to keep you guarded, to keep you closed off from true love that is around you. Okay, for some, I'm feeling like something happened in your past that closed your heart, and it's closing out. It's making you closed off to a lot of opportunities around you, whether that's other romantic relationships or just friendships in general, that has made you go into hermit mode, kind of, where you don't really want to be around people because you're in so much pain. But that's starting to change now. You're not allowing what happened in the past to affect you anymore. It's kind of what I feel there. But it has been very difficult for sure. Seven of Cups. Could have been more than one thing that hurt you, and I think that's why you feel so done with the world, so drained. Yeah, Seven of Swords. There was some sort of betrayal, deceit that happened that made you feel very confused about life, about who you can trust. I feel like you couldn't really see things clearly for a really long time because of this deception that happened. Okay, it's going to be different for everyone, but like I said, it could be many things. I'm seeing like substance abuse in ways to cope from that, or other things, other types of habits. And I feel like you're starting to realize that your habits are your bad habits are consuming you and not allowing you to be happy, and that's becoming a self-sabotaging energy as well. But again, that's changing, but I feel like that's what we're coming out of. All right, so universal love, let's clarify that. Let's see what that's all about. Page of Wands. Yeah, so you're becoming more excited and curious to open your heart again. Three of Pentacles. There's somebody that you want to collaborate with, work with. Whoa, sorry if you heard that. Or you used to be fearful of change, of opening your heart. That's not the case anymore. You want to open up your heart again, and you're excited about that. Okay, but what is crossing this energy is the Five of Rockets, the Five of Wands. So there is a lot of conflict here. And I think this is what has kept you so guarded, because you're afraid that if you open your heart, there's going to be a lot of tension, a lot of feelings of vulnerability. They're going to make you a target. Like, people can attack you. I feel like because you're a Cancer, you guys are very emotional, very sensitive, that it's very easy that people make jabs at you, and you don't like that. You don't like that you're very prone to sensitivity, if that makes sense. Like, you don't like being on the spot, if that makes sense. Like, you could even just, like, people could be joking around, and you don't like that they're making fun of how sensitive you are. Seven of Swords. Why does this want to come out again? Yeah, there's a lot of tension here because there's been a lot of deceit and sabotage. Ace of Swords. There is a truth that was being kept from you that makes all this tension be here. And I feel like a lot of it has been swept under the rug. A lot of this tension, whether it's fighting with people, a lot of this sort of emotions, they've been swept under the rug. They've been suppressed. And I feel like that's why you carried a lot of pain and baggage, because it was never actually confronted. Judgment. But it will be, and it has been. And maybe that's been difficult as well too, that there's finally confrontation here. And some people aren't ready to face the music. And what's funny is there's actually musical tunes on there, if you can see that. And you're starting to awaken to this truth. Yeah, Knight of Swords, here comes the truth. I feel like you yourself have put yourself in a sabotaging energy by not opening up your heart because of whatever happened to you over here. You allowed this to influence your life so much that it was starting to become self-sabotaging. And of course, we don't have control over our feelings, right? It's never... Sometimes we just don't really get to decide how we feel. If we want to be upset for 5 years, that's sometimes not out of our control, right? Unless we have the right resources or people to talk to about it, sometimes it's just difficult. But I feel like that's being brought to your awareness now, and you're starting to recognize that even though it's been difficult, it's been a battle, you've been fighting with yourself a lot, there's been a lot of inner conflict, a lot of resistance. And as I say that, I look up here, and yeah, Seven of Wands. This is all about resistance. This is all about fighting for yourself, defending yourself, being guarded, right? I feel like some of you are just tired of being on guard. You're tired of having these walls up for protection. But it constantly feels like that. It constantly feels like an uphill battle, and you're wondering, when does it ever stop? When do I have to stop fighting for myself? The Fool. The answers are within you. When you take a leap of faith into a new future, into a new beginning, not being scared of what's going to happen, not being scared of the things you don't know about, not being scared of putting yourself in situations that may get you hurt, taking risks. I feel like you're creating more tension for yourself by living in this fear that you're going to get hurt. You're creating more resistance. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, you don't know which way to go, right? You don't know which path to take. If you continue staying in this energy, you're going to continue feeling blocked, guarded, like you have to fight for yourself, that things are never working out because you're not where you're meant to be. Right? Like, I'm seeing the Tower in my mind's eye. So I feel like if you continue to stay in this comfort zone, You're going to continue dealing with tower moments because you're not following the guides and the path that they're trying to lead you on. And when I say they, it's like the divine source, what have you. There's this need to just let go of control and go for it. Right? Having our heart chakra open is putting our vulnerability out there 100%. But there's strength in not caring how other people are going to make us feel, or not feel, but not caring what people are going to say, what they're going to do, right? To have so much strength within ourselves that whatever people say doesn't affect us. What's rooting this energy is the Two of Wands. You do want to make a choice, though. You do have two choices here, and you're asking yourself, what do I do? And I feel like for the longest time, you thought you only had one choice. And now you're starting to see that there is two choices. There's always options, right? Yep, there it is, the Tower. The only reason you're starting to see these other options is because you are continuously dealing with tower moments. Divine intervention, because you're not going where you need to go. And it's not that you don't want to, right? It's not that you don't want to have this new beginning or this new life, however that resonates for you. It's just that you're scared of getting hurt. You're scared of the same thing happening again, right? When we open our heart to other people, you're scared of them breaking it, of course, right? That's usually mostly everyone's fear, but I know that with Cancer, it's more difficult, I guess, is the word I can say. But yeah, Knight of Wands, I feel like this is you running away from what you actually had to face, right? Face the music. I feel like you kept escaping a lot of that because you didn't want to deal with those emotions, but now you're dealing with them. As difficult as that is, you're dealing with them, and you're starting to see that there's a better path, right? There's a light to follow. You just have to follow your intuition, follow your gut instincts, and it'll take you where you need to go, right? There's this energy to follow the light blindlessly, and it'll take you where you need to go. Not caring so much about logic, ego, things like that. Your recent past is the Strength card. So I feel like this Strength card is you holding yourself back from being emotionally vulnerable. Okay, it's like restraining yourself from letting other people see how you feel because you thought that was what made you strong. You thought, if I don't show people how I feel, if I don't let people in, I'm going to protect myself. But now you're starting to realize that that's only making things more difficult for you. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. For a lot of you, it could be like issues with family or just issues of stability with that Strength card. I feel like you allowing yourself to be vulnerable made you feel like it would be at a risk of your stability. But there's strength in vulnerability, right? And I think you're starting to recognize that. With the Sun card over here, a lot of truths are being illuminated. You're starting to see that your happiness is meant to be with more people, not just yourself. What you need to know is the Page of Cups. Again, this heart chakra activation, right? This love, this emotion. That it's okay to start loving. It's okay to be forgiving. Even if some people don't deserve your apologies or don't deserve you forgiving them, do it for yourself, not for them, right? Death. Oh, I just got chills. I feel like this part of you has been an identity that you've been holding on to for so long. Again, just out of protection of getting hurt. And you're starting to let go of that. You're starting to let go of this identity where you have to be so closed off, have to be so guarded, right? And you're letting go of that identity. You're letting go of grudges for a lot of you, and just allowing yourself to forgive people so that you can move on with your life. 8 of Wands, this is divine action. Once you allow yourself to let go and let the universe, it's going to make you feel less heavy. It's going to literally be like a weight gets lifted off your shoulders. And you're going to move in the direction that you need to go in. All right, Cancer. So that is what I have for you during this time. I'm trying to think of anything else I can tell you, but I think that's pretty much it. It's going to be hard, but it's going to be exactly what you need. It's going to give you that happiness and abundance that you've always wanted. You just have to not be scared of it. Don't think that what's on the other side is scary. What's scarier is living in a world of denial. That's already living in fear, right? So I hope this resonated for somebody out there. I hope it brought you the clarity and insight that you are looking for. If it did, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell button so you receive notifications when I post. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.